Hi, I'm Erin, and this is my gritty blessing story. I'm the mom to 4 fun, crazy, lovable kiddos, and I became their mom through adoption. Each one of my kids came to me with a different story. Each of them have unique backgrounds and stories, and I'm thankful for each of them and how they came to be a part of my family. My 2 sons I adopted from Ethiopia 10 years ago. And my 2 daughters I adopted through the foster care system. I started fostering them a couple years after adopting the boys. And in the midst of fostering them, whenever it was transitioning from a foster situation to an adoptive situation, our family life changed in what felt like overnight. I found myself in a place that was completely unexpected, in an unwanted and painful divorce. It was something that I never saw myself. It was a place that I didn't picture my family to be. Prior to that, I saw the adoption of the girls as completing my family, and I was very excited about the idea of their adoption. But when the divorce came to play, it filled my mind with a lot of questions. During that time, God, He opened my eyes to how much He loves us. So many things were so uncertain and so hard, and it was such a struggle. But God showed me through that time about His forgiveness and the ways that we can forgive those who have hurt us in really big and hard ways. That was a lot of work. That was a hard process, and one that needs to be chosen, and choosing to forgive is not always easy whenever our heart doesn't necessarily want to, but I found that was really important for me to walk through and to do, because I didn't want to be a mom with a bitter heart. I wanted to be a mom that was full of God's grace and His forgiveness, His compassion and His mercy. Those are the things I wanted my kids to see. During the really tough, really hard seasons of life, God has continually put people into our lives who have stepped in to help shoulder the weight of decisions that need to be made, or just physical, tangible needs that we've needed or had. I think He's so gracious and compassionate in that way. In the times where you feel like giving up and you feel like you can't do this, He's there, and He sends people to come alongside you. And He shows me that each new day is a new day. And I think that's where I'm so thankful for His compassion and His mercy. I think about the verse where it says His compassions fail not. They're never failing. He wants to be compassionate to us always. And not only is He compassionate to us, but the verse goes on to say that His mercies are new every morning. And that's something that I've had to remind myself of on days that I feel like I've not parented well, or I've messed up in a certain area. Erin, God's mercies are new each morning. They're new for you. They're new for your kids. And I'm so thankful for that truth and for that knowledge. And looking back over the past several years, the reason that I haven't given up is because He's shown me to be faithful. He's been there for myself and my kids and my family, and I want them to be able to know that God doesn't give up on us. And because of that, we can keep pushing on and showing His love and His compassion to those around us. And I think that's been an important lesson for me as I'm doing it to my kids and trying to model it for them. Those are things that I want them to know that we can do for the world, because that's what God calls us to do.